What's going on, world? Your man, Mr. Mac, here with allhiphop.com. I'd like to welcome you to the Mechanism, welcoming a first-timer to the couch, but it's a long time coming. I don't know if you know who this dude is. Well, you probably do if you are a connoisseur of fine hip-hop in the Ratchet Republic. But if not, we're happy to introduce you to a new face, one of the many up-and-coming lions over at Warner Brothers. Introduce yourself one time.
Deniro Farrar, man, leader of Cold Rap, Charlotte, North Carolina. Do I look at you or the camera?
You should look at me.
I said, okay.
I'm way more interested in the camera.
Yeah, nah, man, this my boy right here.
Camera's just gonna stare at you. I'm actually
Right.
back.
It ain't moving or nothing. It's just there. Let's get it. Yeah.
So what's good, brother? You got the new joint on the way. By the way, we're going to show this. We're gonna hold this till your joint drops.
Okay.
So you can talk as if the joint is already out.
What part of it is already out there. We did two volumes, volume 1 and volume 2. Volume 1 is out right now. We released that December the 9th.
Yeah,
right?
the red book.
Right. Yeah. So we're dropping part 2. We just don't have a tentative date right now. We're aiming around.
I was
South
told February.
It's around South by March.
Okay.
March 7th,
Well, we might not want to hold it that long.
Nah.
Well, maybe
to
to
make
warm
for some
up.
good content though.
Yeah,
You know
maybe
what
to
I'm saying?
warm up to the after
go.
the video, second video probably.
Yeah. We still in.
Okay, so we'll drop it around the same time as the video. We'll package this with the video, and this way everything makes sense.
Okay. Bet.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah, I dropped one today.
over at what's the name? I'm sorry, I'm giving you a lot to edit. I'm giving you so much to edit. But moving right back on course. If let's do this for folks who haven't heard of you, because you're still getting your name together. You still out. I see you doing shows. I see you making moves. But there are people who haven't heard of you. If you had to describe yourself, what would that sound like?
In terms of the music or just me as a person?
Let's start with the music.
The music is just honest, man. You know what I'm saying? Liberating elements all in the music. To open people's mind, man. That's really what it is. If I had to say, if I listen to my music and what I take from it and the message I'm putting out, it's just basically freedom. That's it. You feel what I'm saying? And me as a person, I represent the same thing. So me and the music, we one and the same. Ain't really no different.
But you got to have plenty of things to talk about with Trump in office. Like, this man's trying to eliminate freedoms left, right, and center.
You know what's so crazy, man? It's just all like politics has become like reality TV, and they got a reality TV star, and he's getting bigger and bigger. He's so much controversy, around him. He's the most controversial president ever outside of George Bush. I mean, well, even George Bush was controversial, but this guy's taking it to new levels. You feel what I'm saying? But he did that with his reality TV shows. So I don't know why people think this is any different though. America has turned into like reality TV now. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of these decisions, man, ain't even his, bro. He's a puppet, man. People got to realize that. He's a puppet on a string, but he's one of those unapologetic puppets that'll say whatever. You feel what I'm saying? And yeah, man.
But the stakes are higher now. Like, a reality show, you mess up, you just get canceled.
Yeah.
He's playing international. Everybody's looking at us. We look crazy for having this man in office.
Right. Well, he don't want to allow nobody in the country or out of especially in the country that we ain't in business with. You feel what I'm saying? So those 7 countries or something like that, like they ain't breaking no bread with us. So it's
with him specifically.
Yeah, they ain't breaking no bread. So we don't need y'all here. America's a business, a corporation. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how he see it. America, Donald Trump represent what America really is, and that's business. Whether people want to admit it or not, that's business, dog. That's what he represent.
I've always said Donald Trump is the embodiment of white privilege. When white kids are always told you can be whatever you want, you can even be president, he kind of proved it. Like, the most unqualified. Like, never mind if you're good enough to be president. Never mind if you're smart enough. Never mind if you want to do it. You can do it, regardless of if you should be doing it or not.
Right.
And here he is doing it.
I mean, I don't even think they need job qualifications no more. I think I'm going to probably try to go, maybe not this week. I got a lot of shit to do. Next week, I'm going to walk in the hospital and be like, yo, I want to be a doctor. And they're going to be like, you ain't qualified. I'm like, need this Donald Trump. He running America. You could literally be anything. You know what I'm saying? They need to take qualifications off job applications now. If he running America, dog, you know what I mean? They released something from him in '98 saying if he ran for president, he would be a Republican because that's stupid. They believe anything that's on Fox News, and he literally did that.
And nobody held it against him.
No.
Well, we did, but
We don't have enough to hold nobody accountable. You feel what I'm saying? We need to. We don't possess enough. That's why we can't be racist. We can only be prejudiced because we can't change the trajectory of a white man's life unless he coming into our square, which is the ghetto, trying to get opportunity, and we running it, drug game, stuff like that, But in terms of that, like, they running everything. That's why they could be racist. They got racial caste systems like the justice system. You know what I'm saying? Banks, they can deny bank loans, all kind of stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So
I don't think a lot of people understand the differences between racism and prejudice. Like,
right.
you hear a lot of people who are when they are anti-Black Lives Matter, the Black Lives Matter movement, and they're always screaming out, "This is reverse racism. This is reverse racism."
Right.
And I'm like, that's not a thing. That's not possible.
Prejudice, if anything.
Yeah, I can prejudge you, but I can't affect your life.
Right.
Outside of, like, taking it.
Right.
But I can't kill you while you're breathing.
Right.
Like you can do to, like, these policies do to me. How do you have these conversations when and if they come up? Because you're surrounded by white people. You do tons of business with white folks. Like, yeah. Like I can imagine somebody with that mind state having to, be in those circles, and you might hear some offhanded comment or catch some little thing and try not to react to it. Like, do you take it as a teaching moment, or do you try to ignore it? Do you grit your teeth and bear it? Do you shut the thing down?
Everything is like a lesson for me. You feel what I'm saying? It's so much stuff I want to say. And I'm one of those people, I say it, but then I got to realize, like, some stuff better not said than said, you know what I mean? Depending on the situation, bro, so much I see, so much I want to say. But I'm like, I ain't going to do nothing but add fuel to the fire. You feel what I'm saying? And then I'm in business with these people. A lot of the things that they may move, don't nobody ever say racist shit around me, but a lot of the actions I don't agree with. Just like hip hop, that's the culture that we created, but somehow we become co-workers in our own culture. And it's ran by, whether people want to admit it or not, Jewish white men, but we are the culture. You feel what I'm saying? And they get to dictate what success is and what success is and what success is. And, I ain't been on camera in a minute. I'm holding the mic.
Keep going. Keep going.
But yeah, man, I see so much, bro. I choose not to even say nothing. I just put it all in the music to warn people about these major label deals. You hear it in the music and don't even think it's real. It's really real. Like, you know what I mean? So
we really are in a culture that we don't. But it's kind of the Donald Trump thing on a industry scale. We have a bunch of rappers who aren't qualified to be entertainers, to have deals, to do X, Y, and Z, and we tell them you can be anything you want.
Right.
And if you tell them that they're not good rappers, then you're hating. And even that's a lot. They cannot be good rappers and still blow up and still get deals. And
it's about marketing now. The internet is a tool now. You can market yourself. You don't need a record label to market. Bruh, it's so much. I don't even care to run down the names of the artists because it goes without saying. We already know a lot of these guys' music is trash. You feel what I'm saying? But it's like they're so marketable. I'm hearing that stuff on, like, with billion and $1 million corporations in their commercials, all kind of things, that people are receiving. And it's like, who am I to say that this dude don't deserve to be where he at, or his music is garbage? Because that's going to be subjective. I'm only one guy. It's obvious that some people feel like it's dope because he is where he is. But I fell in love with real music, and it was never this nonsense that you're hearing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I had a conversation with, what's this group's name? The guys we had in here, Audio Push.
I heard of Audio Push. Oh, that's Hit Boy, right?
Yeah. They're dope. Check them out when you get a chance. And we were talking about this whole thing, and they put me onto a different concept. They said fan integrity is in the toilet. Not necessarily artist integrity, but fans' integrity is in the toilet because they allow someone who sounds just like Future to come out, and they allow a guy to name himself 22 Savage when there's already a 21 Savage,
right?
And then, like, buy it and support it. Whereas in the prime of music, if you called yourself 3 Pac, you'd have been, laughed out of the building. Or
right.
Kanye East, like, somebody would have clowned you completely
right.
and wouldn't even stood up. What are your thoughts on fan integrity?
I don't even really think there's real fans of the music. You know what I'm saying? I don't. There's certain artists who do have real fan bases, but for all of that stuff you named, that's not real. Because now it's a 23 Savage now. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this is a joke. Like, this is crazy. Like, you know, this is crazy. Those aren't real fans. Everybody's like for the moment. You know what I mean? These fan bases now, they're based all around hype. These bloggers hype it up. You know, SoundCloud. This is the era of SoundCloud and Spotify rappers and all, you know, the age of the internet rappers, man. Their fans aren't authentic. They ain't even going out and actually buying the music no more. You got Apple Music, you can get everything free for a flat fee every month. You know, you can get every album. That's not real support. I remember when you used to have to go out and stand in line and buy a CD from your favorite artist. You know what I'm saying? Lyric books and everything on the inside. Now it done changed, bro. They'll like you for as long as you hot. But you ain't hot no more than they off you. You know what I'm saying? So
how do you avoid that? Because you're in the machine. You have a machine behind you to a certain extent. You're behind the curtain now.
Right.
So how do you avoid that issue?
Being authentic. You know what I'm saying? Making an authentic music, not falling into the trap of what they want me to do. You know what I'm saying? I already have a core fan base. I'm just trying to expound upon that, you know, make that bigger, bring that to the world, being authentic. I feel like authenticity has damn near been eradicated from music when you can go out and be just like the next man and make $1 off of it. It was, like you say, it was about authenticity. It was only one Tupac. It was only one Biggie. It was only one Outkast. It was only one these people. Now you can come out sounding just like the next guy and get a bag, get a whole tour, get a #1 record, get everything off of that. You know what I mean? But it's like, people still value authenticity, you know what I mean? And if you're authentic, man, it's gonna shine through anything. I don't care. It might take a little longer. My journey is taking me a while, you know, but I can't give up on it because I know, for one, it's authentic. Somebody hear me, they don't be like, yo, you sound like old boy. They be like, yo, bro, you dope. Your sound is your sound. You know what I'm saying? And that's what keep me motivated and going. You know what I mean? So
that's got to be difficult when it's time to find somebody to collab with, especially when you're on a major label. Like, the game is to find somebody who's hot right now and get them on your record. But a lot of these dudes who the label might want you to get with fly in the face of what you're telling me you believe and stand for.
I want the producers. I don't even really want the artists. You know what I'm saying? I want the producers. I want to work with the producers and the singers. You know what I mean? Not the rappers. I don't feel like, I've never been one of those guys who wanted the masses to gravitate towards my music because I got a feature that everybody liked. McConan, for instance, he did the record Tuesday. Drake jumped on it. Everybody screaming about McConan. He doing shows everywhere. All the bloggers, they selling out because Drake was coming out to some of the shows and he had the record. Now where's McConan? Other than coming out on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? But where is he now? You know, that's because of Drake. Cosigns, like, I get cosigns are powerful in this industry now. But it's like, I don't want to be that guy that coast in the game or coast off of a cosign or one of those records. I want to build my stuff to where other rappers deem it advantageous to work with me. When I walk in the room, they're like, dope, I listen to your music, you dope, bro. Not like, who is this guy again? Well, how much is his budget? All right, well, I'm going to just send him this verse then. Like, nah, man. Nah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
I mean, good luck. It's going to take, you understand that you're going a long way around. You're flying in the face of what's popular and what's easy to do and, what the simpler wave. Where do you see this taking you? Like, do you have realistic hopes for where you can go? Or do you think there's a ceiling on it because of how you move? What are your thoughts?
I think you are the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? You create your own ceiling and your own destiny in terms of how big you get. I could be as big as I can imagine. I could be as big as New York, as America, as the world. You know what I mean? If I think that way. But if I think like, oh, they're going to stop me, they're going to silence me along the way because I'm not, your typical, I didn't conform and all of that, I'll stop there. I'll only get as big as you know what I'm saying? Right. But I'm going to be as big as I want to be. I'm not going to stop. I'm not just here for rap, though. That's why I work out the way I do, eat the way I do. I'm coming to get a bag everywhere. You know what I mean? I'm getting a bag everywhere.
Let's go back to the political stuff for a minute, because it's rare that I get to talk to rappers who are actually involved and speak to that level. Black Lives Matter is taking a whole bunch of hits, being called a terrorist organization. David, that Sheriff Clark is like all over it. What are your thoughts on that?
Man, it's so much with the Black Lives Matter movement, in terms of people are always trying to destroy anything that black people do. You feel what I'm saying? And when we come together, there's never a peaceful assembly. They always say we impose a threat. You know, anytime you get a lot of black people banding together for one cause, you feel what I'm saying? It's always gonna be some nonsense in there. It's like church. You know, there's always corruption in anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many preachers that get called out for this and called out for that. With the Black Lives Matter movement, it's been so many people to get called out from that. But that don't stop the overall mission statement for what the group stand on. And that's Black Lives Mattering. You feel what I'm saying? Black lives always matter. You know what I mean? And they will never not matter. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, I respect everything that they do. You know what I mean? But it's just like, when you black, you always gonna get ridiculed, man, for something. They always gonna find something, bro.
What kills me is how it's now being called. People, you have people who try to list it as a terrorist organization, a hate group, just like the Klan. But all I've ever heard them ask for is police accountability, and I'm trying to figure out how that makes you a terrorist.
I mean, it ain't like Black Lives Matter burning crosses in people's yards and, you know, scaring people out of the neighborhood and, you know, mobbing up on people and beating them for no reason. You feel what I'm saying? But like I say, anytime you get enough black people together, that's going to impose a threat on the people. They're already afraid of us. You know what I'm saying? So if we can come together, there's no such thing as peaceful assembly with black people. If we march, police gonna be there not to patrol or protect us, to make sure that, you know, if something pop off or they start to antagonize the people, they got enough muscle there to be able to, you know, arrest us and do what they gonna do to us. But bro, it's all right. This shit crazy, dog. It ain't never gonna stop. You know
And now we're in the era of Trump. Everybody's turned up. All these, you know, the hate crimes have been increasing. All the secret racists are now coming out of the closet because they feel like it's cool to be that. You got like these new Nazis who call themselves the alt-right. They come flying out of the woodwork and they want to talk a mile a minute. What part of the music can we expect? Or is this something you would even address in your music? Because it's not exactly the most entertaining topic.
Right. I mean, that's what my music always been. Injustice, racism. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, this has been my music still on this foundation before all of this stuff been appropriated and started happening. You feel what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know, man. I think music more so now has become like self-medicating, right? It's like a drug. You know, you want to smoke because you done had a long day. Person get off work, like they bowl up, take a beer, drink it because it's like they want to escape from the harsh reality of what their day is and what it will be the next day. So in that moment, they want to escape. When you listen to the music, you ain't thinking about the economic decline of America when you like bad and bougie, cooking a dope with the ooze. You just feeling, you just raindrop, drop top. You don't feel like that. You know what I mean? So that music is almost like it brings a healing element to the people. You know, that's what music is for. It's to heal people, bro. You know what I mean? Whether people believe it or not, music is to heal you. And when you listen to music like that, it'll take you away. But my music keeps you always present and aware. And a lot of people just don't fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? So it is
like
what
you
it
said,
is.
it's easier to not be. You know, they say ignorance is bliss. If you don't know, you get to, you know, relax and be cool. If you do know, you're probably worried about it all the time or angry about it or et cetera, et cetera.
Drive you crazy. You know what I mean? The more it seems like the more I know, the harder it becomes for me to live, especially when I know more about the food, when I know about the pollution of the air, when I know about more about just what I feel like they plan to do to our people in the near future. It just make it hard, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, shit, some of these people, I told my homegirl the other day, I was like, damn, I might have been better asleep than awoke. Because at least I was coasting through life like I wasn't really tripping. You know what I mean?
Right. When did it happen? When did you snap out of it, so to speak?
But I was always in it. That's the thing.
Oh, okay.
I was always in it, but I just, you know, I told her I just would have been better. I think as me as a teenager, I floated through life a lot like that, you know, with more of a careless mindset. But then as I got older, it was like people always just dropping jewels on me. You know what I'm saying? I dropped out of high school because I understood education was systematic. You know what I mean? There's another way to oppress people through the education as well. Whether people believe it or not, I believed it. They didn't care how I learned. So when I dropped out of school, I was like, I'm going to get it how. Bro, I always got these jewels dropped on me. So I was always just aware and present. You feel what I'm saying? So.
What do you think black people need to do in order to sustain, survive, and excel through the next 4 years? What's the
I laugh because it sounds like that Dave Dave Chappelle skit that we know black people, and it was like, what do black people need to do to overcome? And then the white lady was like, I don't know, can they? He's like, ding, that's right. Like, but bro, to be completely honest, I can't say what black people need to do in the next 4 years. I know what I need to do in order to be able to sustain, because I'm the only person I can be accountable for. I could tell you what blacks need to do, but will blacks do that? You feel what I'm saying? I think you got to change the mindset of the person before the actions is going to change as a whole, you know, the black community, because we in some deep shit, deeper than we even know. You know what I mean? This goes past America. This is just the conditioning of the mind of the black man. You feel what I'm saying? In the race in general. We got to climb out of that first before we think we're going to change anything economically. You know, I was speaking to him in the club about the march. Like, he was asking me, do I march? Or, like, you know, do I incorporate that? So I'm like, half those people out there marching don't even know what they marching for. They're just mad. And know that everybody gathering here and they can get out their frustrations by yelling and holding up signs. But they don't even know the fight ain't in the march. It's in the economics. You feel what I'm saying? You actually putting more money in the pocket of the system. They taking away more tax dollars because they got to employ more cops to be able to police the damn riot that y'all doing. So these cops making overtime now. Mm-hmm. So it's like,
and you're paying for it.
And you paying for it.
That's pretty awful.
So I don't know what these black people, you know, need to do as a whole. Eat better, for one. You feel what I'm saying? Start kicking a lot of these people out of the communities that ain't bringing no money in. They just taking all the money out. Every store on the block I stay in Bed-Stuy is owned by another race. Ain't nobody black really got much down there. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, they ain't got no love for the people like that. You should see the way they talk to the people that come in there and shop with them. You know what I mean? Like, I bought some waters the other day, some gallons. They were already open. The zip tie around the thing, right, it was off, and he recognized it. So I bought 3 gallons like that, and I took them back to the store. It was late. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm walking as cold as hell. I'm like, bro, like, these waters are already open. He ain't even a black man. He was like, these fucking niggas, I let him in my store, and they open my shit. Bro, give me the waters, man, so I can get the fuck up out of here. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but this is how you, bro, we don't want, if it wasn't for us, you feel what I'm saying? Like, that shit crazy, dog.
Was letting them keep the money the right thing to do?
What you mean? No, I just give me the more water. I need the water. I didn't get the money back. I just got more water.
No, but that's what I'm
3
saying.
closed
like,
waters.
Was that the right thing to do, as opposed to?
I mean, but what else would I would have did?
Someplace else?
And I would have went to the next block, which is owned probably by his cousins. You know, that money circulate through their system, not ours. It ain't like you feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm making any different by not spending my buck with them, you know, because it's like, we'll be missing $6. You know how many people money they probably turn away because they don't like how they speaking to them? Get the fuck out my store, man. You know, they don't care about that. They know your money ain't enough to stop the trajectory of where their business is headed. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like, shit, I know I needed the waters. He didn't really need the $6. I needed the waters, though. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So
I was walking down Flatbush. I noticed the exact same thing. The only thing it seems that black people own is the food spot and the hair and nail, the hair places. Like,
and they don't even own that. They renting that.
Right.
Well, it's another motherfucker. You know what I mean?
They own the business. They don't own the building.
Nope. So whenever they decide to bring gentrification through there and they raise up the property value, which is going to essentially raise up the rent, they got to go. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And they do that shit like a thief in the night. They don't even tell motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Flatbush, Flushing, bro, it got a whole Hasidic Jewish community over there, bro. It blew my mind. Like, I've seen Hasidic Jews in New York and in Brooklyn, but they have a community that's unreal to me, bro. Like, unreal, bro. You know what I mean? Well, you don't see, I'm not saying everybody got money there, but you don't see no people outside begging for change. You don't see no other people doing business in their neighborhood with them. They own all of the kosher places. They own all of the, I mean, they have so many clothing places that sell nothing but black shit. I'm like, how many damn black suits can you know, they got that. They got their own school buses, their own schools.
Hospitals.
They don't even, you don't have to leave that side of Brooklyn to get anything, bro. They got movie theaters, bro. Mm-hmm. I'm like, bro, this is crazy. And then they get a black man to get up, but we don't even own nothing. They just got us there, but we don't own anything. Our dollar circulates with all of like 30 seconds, they say, mm-hmm, in our own community. You know what I mean? So shit, you know.
So what's the thing to do? What if somebody turned to you and said, "Man, you know all this stuff. What's the answer?"
To bring the money back to the community. I seen Rick Ross do something called Buy Back the Block. You know, but is that a cool rap song or is they really buying back the block? And then if they buying back the block, are they still doing the shit that the white man doing, buying back the block, raising the property value on the block, and just doing it for, you feel what I'm saying, their own gain? Or are they buying back the block, rebuilding and making affordable places for the people to stay? You feel what I'm saying? They don't really tell you what buying back the block is. Are you buying back the property because it's cheap in the ghetto? But are you raising the property tax and the value of the land that you purchased, you know what I mean, kicking your people out again? So that's my thing. Every time we make it out the hood, where do we go? We don't come back to the hood. We work so hard to get out that we don't come back. Because the hood, honestly, niggas rep the hood, but the hood ain't never really did nothing for nobody. You know what I mean? It's brought us a lot of headache, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of misfortune. But to be honest, the ghetto is the heartbeat of the world, bro. I keep telling people that, man. The ghetto is the foundation. That's why all these major rappers still seek like validation in the hood. They do, bro. Like Jay-Z said, he had Oprah in the projects drinking quarter water on the steps. Why is it so important to have Oprah in the ghetto, you know, and actually making light of that, bringing a news crew in? Because, man, it's something about being accepted by those people in that bottom, bro. Because that's the heartbeat, bro, the bottom. You know what I mean? But ain't nobody really rebuilding that bottom like that. There should be no other businesses in the neighborhood but black businesses, bro. There's always a little Chinatown in every major city, a little India. You feel what I'm saying? Where it's nothing but Chinese people, dog, in Koreatown. Little Italy, and the black man get the ghetto, you know? So if you make it out of the ghetto, why not bring that bread back, rebuild that shit? And your man who made it to the NFL, he come back, do the same thing. Your man who made it rap, and he come back, do the same thing. Next thing you know, bro, our whole damn neighborhood is just on isolation, and we running it. You know what I mean? We don't need the police over here. We policing our own shit, you know what I'm saying? Police ain't welcome over here, you know?
We did that at one time. It was called Black Wall Street out in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
And then they bombed it. You feel what I'm saying?
Expound on that. I don't know a lot of people.
It's always going to have something to do with black and white. You feel what I'm saying? They said something happened to a white woman. But for you to drop bombs in America on Americans, you feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. That shit is cruel as fuck. But then not only on Americans, on black people, where we had doctors, multimillionaires, these motherfuckers, everybody was balling. And you talking about because a white woman got raped, you dropping a bomb on a neighbor, on a whole
section of the city.
Like, y'all was the original pedophiles and molesters, and you know, you go back to the Roman Catholics, them was the ones fucking with the little boys and doing all this wild shit. Y'all been them savage beasts. You know what I mean? But then y'all criminalize the black man and say it's us. And then why you ain't arrest that man? You drop bombs, like that imposes a threat on the whole white race that you drop a bomb. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They did that shit in Philly in what, like 1980 something, like 85 or some shit like that. They dropped one in Philly. And I'm just not finding that out. When I was in Philly in the studio, you know, on this crew called Move, is the name of the people. You know, they lived off their own land. They didn't eat meat. They governed themselves. You feel what I'm saying? It's like Black Panthers in Philly. Dropped the bomb in the neighborhood. In Philly. So.
On Americans.
On black people, yeah. You know, on black people. So why they don't drop the bomb in like places like in Alabama on the Klan and shit? You know what I mean? Where they know these people really live. You know, why they don't drop the bomb there and shit? Mm-hmm. Or why they ain't drop the bomb on a little kid who killed all of them people in the Charleston church?
Somebody's gonna tell you right now that you're being divisive.
Well, it ain't about being divisive. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want them to drop a bomb on anybody, but I'm just showing you, I'm just shedding light on how they do us versus how they do other people. You know what I'm saying? You'll do an airstrike on your own land against your own people, but it's only for blacks. I've never heard an airstrike on American soil in a white community. Never heard about that.
Well, devil's advocate will tell you that was the past and we're not like that no more. And why can't you just let that go?
Well, then when you got the Flint crisis with the water, You see what I'm saying? But then they don't run a story about how DSS is taking people's kids because they're failing to pay their water bills, and now they're saying they're being negligent parents. You feel what I'm saying? And they're considering that to be child neglect because they ain't paying their water bill. But why the fuck would you pay a water bill on some water that you can't even drink or shower with? So I wouldn't pay my water bill neither, but you taking my kids. You feel what I'm saying? But that's in the black community too. You know. So this now. So now what they gotta say about it.
I don't know. I don't know what else they would have to say.
I don't know. You know, that's the game, bro. That's the world we live in. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know.
Well, it sounds like you got a way to win.
It's just through the music. The music gonna give me the money. The music gonna open the door for me to do all these other things I want to do. You feel what I'm saying? When niggas talk about buying back the block and the community and all that, bro, we really gonna shake some shit. You know what I mean? But it's gonna take more than me. It's gonna take some people with some alike minds to be able to put this sack together. Like, what we using all this money for? We keeping Rolls Royce rich as fuck, you know? We get the money, we go out and buy all these iced out rollies, and then we go out and get the synthetic heroin addiction with the codeine, and then we go get a big ass crib, and then we go, you know, get one of these cars, but don't nobody ever go back to the community. When they do, they just pull up and give away shoes and shit. Like bikes, food.
Book bags.
Book bags. Mm-hmm. Okay, but this kid ain't even gonna fucking eat. He ain't thinking about no school. He's starving. And then you fed him today, but what about tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, our people really need to wake up and see what they doing. The motherfuckers really think they doing something. Niggas show up to these schools and, you know, you got multi-millionaire rappers show up to a school and buy 100 boxes of pizza and be like, oh, we finna feed the kids, man. And they get all this publicity for the shit. It's like, what? Niggas is lost, man. I hope that's Gucci, man.
Well, as lost as they are, we done found somebody. But we definitely found your ass on the couch at All Hip Hop. You found him too.
It.
Check out that red book. It's about to drop. Well, it's already out now, so you'll be able to go get that.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, in between time, this your man, Mr. Mech.
Yes, sir. Leader of cult rap, Deniro Farrar, man.
This is allhiphop.com. Welcome to the Mechanism.
We out.
Quan, what's happening? Have a seat, bro. Hey, this is Quan. Nas is dude.
Oh, where? What's going on, bro? Peace. Deniro. Already.
You two are actually very like-minded.
So now we just need to drop one for allhiphop.com and another one for the Mechanism on allhiphop.com.
Okay. It's your boy Deniro Farrar, the leader of cult rap, and you are watching allhiphop.com. You know, I'm slapped. All right. This is Deniro Farrar, man, leader of cult rap. You are watching allhiphop.com, like right now. Right now. And then I say, the Mechanism. This is Deniro Farrar, the leader of cult rap. You are watching the Mechanism on allhiphop.com right now. And I'm going to tell you something. When I see you, I'm taking what I want, and I ain't going to stop. You hear me? Let's go. We passed the formalities, baby. I'm out. You got to keep all of that.
We'll edit the shit out of that.
My man, Mafioso.
We will edit this
Hey,
shit.
but, nah, man. Like real shit.